We're talking about getting him out. We're talking about making moves that's going to get him out. There's mistakes that y'all don't know yet, but it's going to be on the news. There's mistakes that we cannot expose at this moment until we do our duties, where you cannot sabotage it. This is what me and Adrian is talking about. We know what's going on, and we're about to show you, and we're going to give you it in real time. Stop playing with us. There's no more years of talking hopes and maybes. I hate hopes and maybes. All of that is lies. We're talking about things that we're going to present, and we're going to see if it's going to manifest. But it's going to manifest. This is what we're talking about.
Yeah. Now, no matter which approach work, this is called in military strategy a collateral attack. It's also a legal term, approaching a situation from two different directions to achieve the same result. So I wanted to bring the brother out here so the people can hear you, me, and him have a general conversation about the case.
The lawyer came to you though, Rod. What did the lawyer said? Ask me any question.
It ain't never happened. It ain't never happened
until now.
It ain't never happened until now.
And then we ask people to ask questions. You ain't got no questions. So I'm not going to even put that on Adrian, because Adrian came out there like a thunderclapper saying, "Ask me questions."
Yep.
Ain't nothing up here.
Yep. And you know that's Baba thing. Don't believe me? Check it out.
That's that real shit, ain't it? So we're not gonna play that game. We're not going to even try to act like he ain't got nothing. He came out there. What other lawyers? So now we're not playing that. And it's me, a son, that's trying to get my dad out. You feel me? And guess what? The system got him, and the system don't understand private side. They understand their side. They understand that. De jure. They understand de jure.
Yeah, but the system de facto.
They understand de jure and de facto. So it's not going. That's you speak in their language. You're not going to tell them anything outside of their jurisdiction. You're not going to tell them anything outside of a maritime admiral. They're not going to do that.
Well,
you can talk about.
It's one thing that's going on, because if I was having this conversation,
came to talk, who got questions? Let's go.
I asked the questions that was in here. The only other question
I brought the lawyer. I brought the lawyer. Hey, brother, I brought the lawyer. Ask the question, y'all. Don't act like don't try to pretend that he's shady. He's here to answer questions. Don't act tomorrow like he's shady.
The brother said, okay, so I posted the
question.
Hold on. I posted the conversation with Baba 2 days ago. It's on my page.
I appreciate that, but like, ask questions.
Yeah, somebody was saying they wanted to hear Pop's voice, and I was letting them know where it was at. That's what make us have this conversation we have, and now is because of a conversation you had with your father.
Rod Hayes posted it 2 days ago, and then he brought y'all the lawyer. So stop playing. Ask questions, because we're not playing.
The only other question that made any sense that somebody asked was what state was he? What state is he a member of the bar in?
Wait.
That's the only other thing that was relevant.
Adrian.
What state is your bar license out of?
Georgia.
Georgia, the state of Georgia, which is the original court of original jurisdiction over the whole case. Right.
Anybody else?
Yeah.
Let's bring that. Let's talk. Anybody else? Let's talk. I brought the lawyer, and the lawyer brought himself. We ain't scared.
What's the question?
He said he's telling the people in the comments to ask any more questions if they have them, but I don't see any more questions that I can ask you that would make any sense with the conversation that we had.
You gotta tell them to show support, because we came.
Well, they gonna show support automatically because they love Baba like I do. It's just that they wanted to know from from an actual attorney and one of his blood family members that they was working on the case. Now remember, I'm not doing this to raise no money. I'm doing this to expose that there is an attorney willing to work the case, and that one of his sons is working on getting this attorney secured through whatever means he can garner.
Right.
That's
Right.
good stuff.
So I'm giving the people this opportunity to make their own mind up. I'm not gonna tell them what to do. They're gonna make their own mind up. All I know is we need these elders because we got too many babies just falling for nothing.
I'm saying you got a whole crew and nobody got no question for Adrian Patrick.
Yo,
Adrian. Adrian, brother, we appreciate you. Thunder clapper, let's go.
I think it may take more than the first couple conversations. People are slow because they've had so many years of kind of being fooled by people saying they're not doing anything. Simply, I think that's happening. So they'll be a little slower to this and just open up their pocket. Not particularly since the market's kind of rough right now, you know?
Mm-hmm.
Anyway, it just may take more than one conversation, and I'm okay with that. That's whatever it is,
Yeah, and then you've been having other people that been raising money under the false pretenses of getting a lawyer. They never hired a lawyer.
Right.
You know, all of those things make it hard for his family to do what's necessary, what they feel is right to help him, because you got all these people running around pretending they're going to get this lawyer, that lawyer, and this lawyer that made these promises, and then nothing happens. You know, so we've seen it so many times that we leery at a fundraiser.
They're not asking a question. My sister's in there talking about people keep asking questions, but I don't see no questions.
All I see is a lot of statements. I don't see all the questions I've seen, I've asked them already.
All right, so answer what question I asked you.
Hey, another win. Next platform, because nobody got no questions. Show some support. We need the finances to get Adrian to start, and y'all gonna see results. We're gonna deal with results in the nature.
So Harrison in the first time said drop out, so you got no support, right?
Yeah.
At some point when it's on other options, they not going for support now. So most times after things like this, take a minute for people to digest what's happening.
Yeah, because this is really bigger than we even know right now.
60 grand to start. Yes, we're not bullshitting. Ask me any lawyer ever do something for free. It's 60 grand. For a big case like my dad's case, it's 60 grand. Yes, to start.
Well, I appreciate you allowing the opportunity. I imagine this won't be the only time we have to talk. And I'm going to do more of these. I think one of your questions earlier.
Okay, so
was that?
So I do appreciate you.
I do got a couple questions that just popped up. I can't see the whole chat. I only could see like one or two. Then it'll skip. Then I'll see one or two. It say Thailand Slaughter say, will exclusive equity help with his case?
Exclusive equity. I don't know what exclusive equity is. What's that?
I'm not sure what they're talking about either. That's why I asked you.
No. What was the question?
With specific, we're going to go back up to it. Will exclusive equity help with freeing them better? Was the exact question.
I don't know if I can answer the question.
How we freeing them better? Hold on. With exclusive access, how do we free him better?
Equity is a different branch of law than criminal law. So I didn't understand why they asked, but they said that because some of the questions it was irrelevant to what we was talking about. That's why some of them I didn't ask, but the ones that I seen, it says what's actually needed systematically to free them.
Let's start with 60K financial. That's what's needed. 60K. That's what needed.
Brian Hill asks, what's the statute being used?
I'm not lying to you. I'm talking to y'all straight up. I'm not playing
Okay, Ishmael,
game.
Ishmael, let me go through the questions that I'm seeing while I see him. Why we got him on here, because I'm not going to be doing this on no regular basis. This is a favor I'm doing for you.
I
It say,
know. I
what's the
appreciate it
statute
because
being?
you don't
Yeah.
even deal with fiat. But you know, let's
Yeah,
go.
let me ask the few questions I see at this point. It say, what's the statute being used to keep them locked up?
What
I think
statute
that's in reference
been
to the
used?
sheer volume of time that they gave them. That would be RICO, wouldn't it?
No, no, no. Rico don't even have 135 years. Rico is not even that big of a charge. Rico start at 20. Am I right? Am I right, Adrian?
You still there, Adrian?
I'm here. Yeah. See, yes, the issue is Rizzo, and they ran it, I think it's consecutive, you know, and since it's consecutive and enhancements and stuff like that, because it was federal, you know, enhancements, leader organization and things like that, and that had a lot of enhancements and things to it. So, yeah, they got 100 and something, yeah. Yes.
Somebody,
What's
Where did they send the
excessive for
money
sure,
to?
but yeah,
somebody else asked, can you do a Q
Hold on, hold on,
warrantor
hold
on
on,
the judge?
hold on. Before you do that, you the good. You do the Cash App is HUA, HUWAA, $ HUWAA. So we can hire a lawyer to finish this. Y'all, let's not even talk about it mistaken.
what else questions?
Okay, so the other question was, can he do a Q warrantor on the judge?
You want to? I don't know what it is. What is that?
Okay, so
That's what I don't know what that is. Tell me break that down. What are you talking about? Ask them what is that?
they listening there. If they hear, they'll explain, and I'll answer after that.
You know he was over sentenced. Yes, they was. You're right, Shane. They over sentenced my father. You're absolutely right. But he shouldn't have been sentenced in the first place because he was innocent.
Yeah, it was, we already know there's a whole COINTELPRO operation behind that. It say, what about deprivation of rights under color of law?
Deprivation of
It just
rights.
sounds like a lot. No, no, no. We're not answering questions, dumb ass question like that. Sound like somebody just wants you to know that they know.
Ishmael. Just
Dumb
they want
man.
you told them to ask the questions, and I'm asking the questions.
All right, all right.
Let me answer that.
It's Ibrahim. I'm not Ismail. It's
Deprivation of
Ibrahim.
rights. I guess that's kind of a broad question. They had a trial. What did it really mean? That's really more specific with the question. That's a very broad question.
Okay, so
Yeah. He had a right to a jury trial. He did that. So what are they saying specifically though? It wasn't the right to have a trial.
warrantor is a specific form of legal actions used to resolve a dispute over whether a specific person has a legal right to hold the public office that he or she occupies.
What's that question on?
That was a Q warrantor. Q warrantor is a special form of legal action used to resolve a dispute over whether a specific person has legal right to hold public office that he or she occupies.
I don't think that applies to this situation.
That ain't got nothing to do with the case.
No, that's more of a civil kind of action against the judge. I guess that wouldn't apply in this case. That'd be not applicable. It'd be a waste of time. Just a waste of time doing that.
That has nothing to do with the case. I swear.
I seen
It
another.
just sounds good. It sounds good. I'll be honest with you. We're not playing that game. Uniform Commercial Code. We're not playing that game. I know where you're going from.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
We're not doing that. It sounds good. To people
Okay.
that don't know the law only stays in the books. Listen to me. The law stays in their own books. As soon as they go outside of the books, this is when you're going to sue them. So they're not trying to break the law. They're not going outside of their own jurisdiction. Don't ask an attorney to try to go outside and recognize something that's outside of his jurisdiction is not working. Can we be smart? And they don't care about you and your idea of the law. Can we be realistic? Can we be realistic?
They only
Look
care
at
about
Saddam
what's
Hussein.
written.
What happened to him? He was a sovereign. He was a. They took his whole shit. Then they split his wig and hung him in front of you to say that we don't care. So stop playing that game. And all the Native Americans have already signed contracts. So they got put in places that we call, they're supposed to be reserved, and we call it reservation later. So we're not playing that game. And all the Moors have became slave. Stop playing.
Hey, look, but all of the tribes didn't sign treaties, but that's a whole nother discussion. That's not based on.
We'll talk
Right
about that
now,
later.
listen,
We'll
listen.
talk about that later.
Now,
We'll talk about that later.
right
What
now,
we're saying is getting my father out through reality, through the system that took him, because we're not going to run away. We're not going to run away. Let's talk about this. We're talking about this right now. We got the lawyer here, and the lawyer is saying, ask me any questions. The lawyer is saying, ask me any questions. That means that him and me, his son, is saying, we are going to be transparent. Can you support us so we can get that out? He's saying this is a real strong possibility we're going to free the master teacher. He's also saying that if he could get up in there, he will even talk to Larry Hoover. But we're doing this.
I ain't gonna live yet, but I'll be willing to.
okay,
I
now
know. Listen.
this
This
was,
is some real
I think this
shit.
more directed to you, Ishmael. It say,
No.
is there a reason this lawyer?
Ibrahim, I'm not Ish.
I mean, excuse me, Ibrahim. Is there a reason this lawyer was picked to represent Baba? I think that might be the best question of the night.
Because he's
But
a
I think
nigga.
you answered it. I think you answered it earlier, but I'm
from the initial, from the beginning, or
Because he's the one that ain't gonna lie.
now.
He's
from now.
black.
Well, yeah, I answer. You answer, Ibrahim.
Go ahead.
Yeah.
Go ahead and answer. Go ahead. It's up to you to answer.
I did the jury trial.
So
I know more about the kids than anybody else.
basically, he's the legal expert on the case, right? You the legal expert that
I did the jury trial, yes.
Okay.
I did a training for that.
Okay. I don't want to hold up too much of your time, but I wanted to get some exposure to what y'all was working on.
Okay.
Well,
I appreciate that, man.
and I'm gonna share this to my page, and people be able to go back and review it, and they'll know that
They need to show some support,
yeah.
so we can get this shit going. So you know we're not lying. Let's make it move, because there's something going on between. Let me tell y'all something. You know what they did for Trump, Donald Trump? They switched it around just so he can get out. He can get away with certain things, and that opened up another door. That's just one of the places that we're moving. We're gonna go hard. If y'all really want the master teacher out and everything, let's do this. Let's make this happen. Let's not even play. Support this lawyer. I tell you why my father picked him, because he know that Adrian ain't gonna play, and he's black. And it's not just black. It's just he ain't gonna finna. We're not playing. We gonna get him out.
Well, you know, my thing is, I did my due diligence to show support to you fighting for your father in the way that you know how to fight, and to bring the attorney, which we appreciate him coming on here, taking the time out, because you know that these calls are normally not free.
You understand what I'm saying? He don't have to show up like this is not free, and he's showing up saying anybody can ask a question, and nobody in the community can ask questions.
But none of them go ask him questions according to his field of law. They don't know that the law is broke up into different fields of law. You got contract law, you got civil law, you got criminal law, you got corporate law, and he's dealing with a
Well,
criminal.
you know what we're talking about. We're talking about criminal defense.
Right. So I had to address him from the criminal lawyer's
Defense.
perspective. I can't
Defense.
dress him like he's working for in commercial law, or if he's working in,
We're
you know, I have
not
to.
talking about none of
I
that
know.
though. Listen, hey,
That's
hey,
why. That's
brother,
what I'm. This is
we're
what I'm
not
explaining
talking
now.
about that. We're talking about my father being locked up, and we're talking about getting him out. And it literally, he is a. They labeled him as a criminal, and we're talking about a thunderclapper that's going to go in and shake the world. Let's work with that. We're not talking about contractual law. Everything deal with contract. Trust me.
Hmm.
We're not talking about anything else you're talking about, but all of that is in retrospect. But we're talking
Right.
about
So
criminal.
this
Criminal,
is
criminal, 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 criminal. This is
listen.
what we're dealing with.
Right. So when I'm explaining, when people ask me why I'm not asking questions about contract law, or why I'm not asking questions about corporate law, it's those things are not his. He's a criminal, a defense attorney.
Look,
So I got to ask him the questions that I would ask the criminal defense attorney that I would be sending in to get my father,
But
as if I don't know none of the stuff I
nobody
know
asking him
already.